Welcome to my channel, Lovely Moments Creating. My name is Jenny and I create decor that's on a budget. As you can tell from the thumbnail, in today's video, I am going to be using these Dollar Tree bamboo cutting boards out of the kitchen section. Now, I've created 10 DIY hacks using these same boards, and I will link that video in the description box below. And today I will be doing another 10 DIY hacks. I wanted to give you a close-up of these cutting boards so that you can see how nice they look. The color is great and they are good quality for the $1.25. Now for the first two, as you can see, I'm using a pen just to mark a dot in each corner because I'm going to be using my drill to drill a hole in each one of these corners. And I was so surprised how easy it was to drill a hole in these boards. I placed a little piece of wood under there so I can have space to drill my hole, and I did that in all 4 corners of each one of the boards. Now I'm going to take some jute cord and I'm just going to cut off 2 long pieces of jute cord, and I just wanted to give you a close-up to see the size of the hole and that I do have a hole in each corner. So now I'm just pulling off my jute cord because I want 2 long pieces, so I'm just folding it in half, and then I'm going to cut the piece, and then I am going to take another piece and measure that with the first one. I just wanted to fold it in half to make sure it's the length that I wanted, because it's based off how long you want your shelf to be. And so this is a 2-tier hanging shelf, and so I added a little hot glue to the end of the jute cord so that I can make sure that it strings through the hole pretty easy. So as you can see, I'm going across as I string the cord. So I went in on one side and I crossed over on the other side, and I'm going to repeat that step. I'm just pulling the cord to make sure that I have the desired amount at the top. As you can see, I'm just making sure I have the desired amount that I want for the hanger. And now I'm just going to go in to the opposite 2 holes and string in the cord. I'm just adding a little bit more glue just to make sure that it's not unraveled and I can easily string it through the hole. So once I get those 2 pieces in, I'm going to pull it together to make sure it's even, because I want to tie the knot at the top so that I can create the loops for the hanger. And as you can see, I just tied those 2 together and now I have a loop. And now what I'm going to do is tie a knot at the bottom. I'm just making sure that everything is even, because once I tie my knot and everything, I want to make sure that nothing is lopsided. So as you can see, I'm just tying a basic knot and pushing it down to the board, and I'm going to do that to all 4 corners. And then once I get that secured, I'm now going to string the cord into the holes of each corner, just making sure that it lines up. This would be great to style some decor on. The holidays is coming, so just a little something extra to hang and be able to style some items on. I am going to be using this to style some of my houseplants on, and I might switch it out and add some little Christmas decor because it's just giving me a little bit more space to add some holiday seasonal decor. So once I have it strung through each corner, I'm just going to make sure that everything is even, and that's what you see me doing here, making sure nothing is lopsided. And then once I have the cord and everything even out, then what I'll do is just flip that bottom board over and do the same thing like I did with the first shelf, and just go along and tie that knot. Now for the bottom one, after I tie all 4 knots, I am going to add a dab of hot glue to the knot just to keep everything secure. This was so simple, but what I love is the quality look of the boards, because that just gives you a quality looking shelf unit for your home. Very budget friendly. easy to make. You can do as many tiers as you want, and you can do them from 4 different sizes. I kind of measured out this size because I knew I was going to be hanging house plants on here, and so I just want to make sure that I had room. And so as you can see, I'm just clipping off the excess cord, and that is going to be it for this first DIY. I absolutely love how it turned out, and I'm also excited because today I am collaborating with my sweet friend May from Craft Away with May, and she is going to be bringing you 10 DIY hacks using these same cutting boards. I'm so excited to see what she created. So make sure that after you watch my video, you check the link in the description box below so that you can be one click away from 10 more inspiration pieces. So now for this next one, I am creating another shelf. But this is just a 1 tier. Now I just wanted to show you that you can switch up the color. So I am taking some wood stain, and I believe this is pronounced Kono. And I'm using a chippy brush. And I thought that this gave me the strokes and the look to get that really rustic worn wood color. And I think this is really great for creating a shelf because you really get that rustic look of that shelf unit. And I really just wanted to share this so you can see that you don't have to keep it the color it is, even though I absolutely love that bamboo color, but it does turn out great if you paint it or even if you stain it. And so I forgot to add my 4 holes because I should have done that first, but that's okay because it's just giving it that more rustic vibe. And so I'm going in each corner, just drilling a hole. And as you can see, it's really simple and easy to go through, and I'm not using a lot of force, and I just have one of my smallest drill bits in there. Once I get that complete, all I'm going to do now is string some jute cord in there to create the hanger. And so what I'm doing for this one is just adding it through one of the holes, and then I'm just going to add it to the hole right next to it. I didn't cross this one over, and I'm just going to pull the cord through both sides, as you can see, and then I'll just pull them together at the top and tie that basic knot to create that loop so that I can hang my shelf. And then after that, I am going to pull it up just to make sure that everything is even so that I can flip it over on the other side and tie the knots. And as you can see, I did that. I clipped off the excess, and I just wanted to show you that this actually looks really good stained as well. In this next DIY, I have one of these little mirrors, square mirrors from the Dollar Tree, and I am keeping the little black tabs on the back so that when I add this to this cutting board, it's not flush up against the board. I wanted to have it raised a little bit. And as you can see, I'm using a combination of E6000 and hot glue, which I recommend for these cutting boards, that you use a stronger glue. I'm just adding that right to the middle. And then I have a pack of these razor thin little wood cutouts of these little floral and greenery pieces, little feathers. And I'm just finding my placement. At first I was going to do the similar ones next to each other, but I decided to swap it out. And I really do love how cute this mirror came out. Really simple, but it is so pretty. So after I finish adding my little razor cutouts, I do want this mirror to be able to stand. You can drill some holes or add a hanger to this, but I picked up one of these little miniature dry erase boards from the Dollar Tree that's on the little easel. I'm just removing the tag off the back because what I'm going to do is just attach this right to the back, making sure that it's leveled. And I'm going to be using some hot glue along with some E6000 glue for the more permanent hold. I'm just going to place this right on the back, leveling it up with the bottom, and that is it for this. And this is just gave my mirror a stand to it. And how pretty did this turn out? As a reminder, today's video is part of a collaboration with my friend May from Craft Away with May. So don't forget to check the description box below for the link to her channel, because she is bringing you 10 DIY hacks using these same bamboo cutting boards from the Dollar Tree. Now for this next DIY, I thought this hack was really cute, and I'm just going to create a wood book. And so what I'm doing with the first two, I'm using a total of 4 of these cutting boards. But for the first 2, I'm just going to use some of my E6000 and my hot glue to attach these 2 boards together. I'm telling you, there's so many things you can do with these cutting boards to create some home decor that looks really good because of the quality of these bamboo cutting boards, and they are very budget friendly. So once I have those 2 attached, I am going to use some white acrylic paint, and I'm just painting around the sides where you would probably just mimicking where you would see book pages. And so I'm going to leave a little bit of it unpainted at the end. I probably painted a little bit further down just to give like the rim part of a book, if that makes sense. And I'm going along the side and then on the bottom, but I'm not going to paint the other side because I do want to give that book look. And I'm actually going to make this a Christmas book. So once I get that part painted and it has dried, I am going to add my other 2 cutting boards. I just wanted to paint it, the white part first, so that I wouldn't get any paint spilled over to the other 2 pieces. So now I'm going in with my combination of glues, and I'm going to add the cutting board right on the top. And then what I'll do is flip it over and do the same thing to the other side. And I only did that because I wanted to make sure that the white paint was in the center, and I didn't want to have any paint like spill over to the front or the back of the book. And so now that I have that done, it's already looking like a wood book. Now here's the base of it, and you can embellish this any way and it would turn out cute. But I have these Christmas window clings from the Dollar Tree, and I just kind of cut down some of those words, and I'm taking this Christmas tree, and I'm just going to use some Mod Podge to secure this tree to the front of this book. I did cut out the word Merry Christmas that was inside of that wreath, but I decided to cut out the words ho ho ho, and I decided to put that on the side of the book. And then what I'm going to do is just Mod Podge over this so that it could secure to the book. And I'm just making sure I add a generous amount and go over it just to make sure that every piece of the window cling secures to the wood. And that is going to be it. After this dries, I really do love how this turned out. I absolutely love this wood book. Okay, so I just have to straighten my mat out a little bit. Now for this DIY, I have 3 of these cutting boards, and as you can see, I already used my drill, and I drilled a hole in each one of the corners. And so now what I'm going to do is take some jute cord, and I'm just using one big long piece. That's why I'm keeping it on the roll. I'm going to go in under and over. So for the first board, I'm out of frame here, but what I did was I went under the first board, and then I went through the hole on the top, the second hole. But that may not make sense, but I'm going to show you what I did as I connect the second one. I just had to pull the rope. So I'm going under the first hole, and then when I pull the string out, I'm going to go I'm going to go inside the second hole. I hope you see what I'm doing, because I really just lost train of thought and I don't even know what I'm talking about. So this is the third board. Once again, I'm going under the board and through the hole, pulling the string out, and I'm going through the hole on top of the board, and I'm pulling it out from under. That made better sense. Yes. Okay. Follow me. Now, I'm just pulling the string to make sure that everything is tight, because I wanted the boards close together. Now, I'm going to just cross over to the other side and just go downwards. And so I'm going under the board and pulling the cord from the front, and I'm going to keep pulling this until I get to the desired loop that I want to create for my hanger. And I'm just going to repeat that step. As you can see, I'm going on top of the board and I'm going to pull the cord from under. I cannot believe this was that hard to explain. So now I am complete. I'm glad. And so now I'm just taking the cord and tying a knot so that I can secure the cord, and then I clip off the excess, and I'm going to do that on both sides. So now you have a base to create any kind of sign or any kind of decor you want for your home, and I think this looked great for a base. But what I'm going to do is I have 2 of these crates here from the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to use this fern green color chalk paint by the brand Waverly to paint both of these crates, and I'm going to paint the inside and the outside. And I just wanted to create something cute to style around my coffee bar. I know the holidays are coming, and I am going to be doing a holiday version, possibly using these cutting boards. But I definitely wanted to get these out because these are like some everyday decor for my home. So once I have that complete, I'm going to take some more of that E6000 and that hot glue to secure a crate to the bottom board and to the top board as well. And I originally was going to add 3 crates, but I decided to leave the middle board open because I'm going to add these razor thin cut green feather leaves that I have from the Dollar Tree. I'm going to add those in the center because I thought it just gave it a little bit more character. But I only use hot glue to attach them, so if I do want to remove these, it'll be easily for me to just add something else. So once I get those secured to the board, that is going to be it for this DIY, and I think this is so cute and it's such a great addition. I added some coffee pods and I added a few propagation plants to the top, and I really do love how this turned out. As you can see, I am drilling a hole on each side of this bamboo board, and I have this picture. As you can see, it is worn. This is a photo that we took when we went to Wisconsin Dells for family weekend, and these are one of those photos that they take when you're getting off one of the attractions. And I think we were on one of those boat rides, and so they took our photo. But we got keychains and so many other things that this photo just been thumbtacked to boards. We didn't have this photo everywhere in our vacation bags, and so I'm like, I have to secure this somewhere so we can just keep this intact. And I thought, since it was the exact size, not the exact size, but the right size for this cutting board, I decided to add some Mod Podge and just secure this to this board. So if you didn't see, I added a generous amount of Mod Podge, and then now I'm just going over the top of the photo with some more of the glue. Once it dry, all I'm going to do is string some jute cord through the holes so that I can hang this photo. And I am so glad I finally got this just secured to something sturdy so that we can keep this photo intact, because this photo has been everywhere. It has been thumbtacked to a board in the boys' room, in my room, downstairs. It's been in my backpack that I take with me when we travel. It's just been everywhere. And so now I have it nicely secured to this board and it looks great. So here's another way to style a photo on these boards. And in my first video where I did DIY hacks using these cutting boards, I'm going to have that video linked in the description box below. I did another way that you can style a photo on these boards. So all I'm doing is just tying the knot, and I'm tying the knot in the front of the board. And then what I'm going to do is take one of these clothespins, these little miniature clothespins, and I did get these out of the crafter section of the Dollar Tree. I'm just going to use some glue and attach this little clothespin right to the board, and you can place it anywhere on the board. I'm going to take some more of those razor thin cut out, these little floral cutouts from the Dollar Tree. I absolutely love these. They just really elevate your project. And I'm just going to add one at the top and one at the bottom of this board. And you can actually make this a note board, or just use it for a photo. I have a really cute photo of my son, and I'm just going to add that to this. And how adorable is this? Just a really cute way to elevate this board for a photo. Also, I want to remind you again, I am collaborating with May from Craft Away with May. So check the description box below for the link to her channel. So now I have 3 cutting boards, and I have 4 of these tumbling tower blocks, and these are the larger ones. These I did pick up from Five Below, and I'm just using some of that Kono stain to stain each one. Now what I'm going to do is use a combination of those glues and attach one of these to each one of the corners. I thought this was a great use of these cutting boards because, once again, I just think they look so nice. I think the quality is great and they look really good styled in your home. So this is going to be like a shelf unit, and you can use this. I think this will be great in your kitchen, on the counter, in your bedroom, but I'm going to be using this, of course, to style some of my houseplants on. But later on, I think I'm going to put this on my coffee table and style some Christmas decor on here, because I do have an idea for styling these. So now I'm adding glue to the bottom, and I just line the 2 boards up, and I'm going to attach it right to the end of each board. I'm just finding my placement before I push it down and secure it, and that is going to be it. I think this is a simple shelf unit, but it looks really good. Now for this next DIY, I have 3 of these cutting boards, and I wanted to create something simple for my mail by my desk in our bedroom, because I wanted to just have it a little bit more organized, and I thought this would be great. So as you can see, I added some of my glue to the bottom and stood this cutting board up, and I'm adding some extra E6000 for security. And now I'm going to add the second one, and I'm just putting it on the other side, just making sure it lined up with the previous one, and then I'll go in and add my glue. Now I think this would be really cute if you put the word mail on this, but I left it as is. I probably go back and add the word mail on the front of it, because that's what I originally wanted to do. And so once I have everything secure, that is it. I did have these cute little miniature Christmas trees from the Dollar Tree, and I just added it on the rim and I placed my mail inside, and I think this is a simple, nice looking mail organizer. And of course, you can style this as is. The only thing I am going to do is add one of my favorite coasters to this so that I can use this as a snack tray in my bedroom, and my cup will not be sliding around because I like to drink my coffee and have me some little snack while I am watching TV in my bedroom. And so I thought this was a simple way. The board already looks good, so why not keep it as is? Thank you all so much for tuning in and watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed this video just as much as I did. If so, please give this video a thumbs up, and if you haven't already done so, subscribe to my channel because I would love to have you here. As always, in the comment section below, let me know which one of these DIYs were your favorite. And remember, today's video is in collaboration with my sweet darling friend May from Craft the Way with May. So make sure you check the description box below for the link to her channel. And until next time, my sweet friends, stay safe so that I can see you in the next video.